Happy birthday in the house. There's Donna Thiessen right here. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Donna. Happy birthday to you. And we'll leave you with a little scrunchy girlfriend.
Funny girlfriend.
We really appreciate you coming and seeing us. We hope you enjoy the rest of the convention. My lovely wife Terry and daughter Alyssa have some shirts and some CDs and stuff. We want to pick one up, please see these guys. We really, really appreciate it. Hope to see you again soon. Remember, Beavertown. Who's coming to Beavertown June 28th? Davy Jones Memorial in his hometown of Beavertown. We'll be there. And a whole bunch of other guests that I'm sure will include like the likes of Dave Alexander, and hopefully the Monkees and characters and all kinds of fun stuff going on. So please check online for that, and we'll see you soon.
I know I threw it down. Okay, that's, it must be, I must have stuck it somewhere else.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, please stay tuned for tribute to Davy Jones with Ian Lee. It'll start momentarily. As soon as Joe is ready, repatching out there.
Joe, 24, please.
All right. I think we're ready to go. That's okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, okay. Still hear some music pumping in. Oh, it's on the thing? Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage, Mr. Ian Lee.
Thank you very much, Dave. And a round of applause for the Monkeephiles. Weren't they awesome? Weren't they awesome? Hey, hello. My name is Ian. I'm from Great Britain. We used to own this island once. Be careful. I'm on a reconnaissance mission. I'm a huge, huge Monkees fan. I run a Facebook group called Monkey Bootlegs, where yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's exactly what I'm talking about, personified there by that noise. And there's loads of rare videos and loads of rare audios. We don't sell any of it. It's all out there to be shared. And I've been asked to bring some of my rare videos with me. Some are from stuff that I've been collecting for years. A lot of them come from the collection of Suzanne G, who's not here but is a genius. She worked on the Disney documentary and was in charge of archiving all the footage, and she kept loads of it, which is naughty but nice. And it means we can see some. I kind of feel that Davey's been a little bit kind of underrepresented. It's fantastic that the other three are here, but we kind of missed out on a little bit of Davey love. So, yeah, exactly. Yes. We love you, man. So I've got some various clips. The first thing I'm going to show you is about 20 minutes long, and it's all Davey clips. A lot of them you'll never have seen before. Some of them are outtakes from the Disney documentary. Some of them are from UK TV. That I'm guessing a lot of you won't have seen over in America, and some are there's some weird stuff as well, which I've got no idea where it's from. The quality, hey Fred. The quality on some of them isn't brilliant, but I'm hoping you can kind of sit through it. There's an awesome performance of Rainy Jane as well, an awesome performance of Rainy Jane from UK TV. So, I will shut up. Let's have track number 1, please, Mike.
Looks like something on Citizen Kane or something.
Our next contender on Mastermind, David Jones on Monkees.
Well, Cheetah was very good as a Tarzan film.
Who Name 2 of the 4 monkeys. Let me see now. Could it be figure George. And would it be Paul?
Studio audience tonight we have Belle Dunican, Georgia Brown, Davy Jones, the Tremolos, Jeanette Reno and J. Vincent Edwards, Los Zafiras and the Faces of 8. And here's Roger Whittaker.
My next guest actually used to be a monkey. I mean that in the nicest possible way. He was the only English member of a very successful group of Americans called the Monkees. So here he is. He's a solo recording artist on his own. Davy Jones!
Here comes Rainy Jane. If she stops you, man, she'll bore you with her sad refrain. It's the same old story we've heard 1,000 times before. She'll tell you how he broke her heart, and then the tears will start to pour. Hey, Rainy Jane, you gotta stop your crying sometime. Come on, Rainy Jane, it's up to you to make your own sweet sunshine. Jane, you're just the shadow of the girl you used to be. Once you used to live for life, but now you live for sympathy. It's true, your heart's been broken, and you've got the right to cry. But if you're gonna keep it up, the sunshine's gonna pass you by. Hey, Rainy Jane, you gotta stop your crying sometime. Come on, Rainy Jane, it's up to you to make your own sweet sunshine. You can change the weather, 'cause no one loves a rainy day. Come, let's get together. The clouds will clear up when you cheer up. Take each raindrop, make the rain stop. Hey, Rainy Jane, you gotta stop your crying sometime. Come on, Rainy Jane, it's up to you to make your own sweet sunshine. Hey, Rainy Jane, you gotta stop your crying sometime. Come on, Rainy Jane, it's up to you to make your own sweet sunshine. Hey, Rainy Jane, you gotta stop your crying sometime. Come on, Rainy Jane.
And now, Davy Jones.
Thank you very much. You know, when I first heard about the Grammy Awards, I thought they were giving away old people. Incidentally, you know, I just came back from a visit to England with the British royal family. Yeah, John, George, Paul and Ringo, and they all send their love. You know, the groomiest thing in England at the moment is a giant scavenger hunt. Everybody's running around London trying to find John Lennon some clothes. And a kimono for poor little Yoko's on. Of course, you know, Englishmen don't get homesick stick in America anymore. Well, I don't anyway, you see, because there's so many English antiques here. I mean, you've got Arthur Treacher, Hermione Gingo, and Wilfred Eyed White. But it's great anyway. I must tell you, it's really great to be part of this show tonight and part of the recording industry in general. Look at me. I started out as the Artful Dodger, and now I'm part of an animal act. Anyway, I've been asked to introduce an outstanding performance which has been nominated for Record of the Year. It's being sung by the man who made it into a million-seller, Bobby Goldsboro. And the song is called Honey.
Lowly born with hopeless passion torn and poor beyond denying, as dead for her to pine, at whose exalted shrine the world of wealth is sighing. Unlearned he in aught save that which love has taught, for love has been his tutor. Oh, pity, pity me, the captain's daughter she, and I, that lowly suitor.
And here he is in person, our star guest, a Peter Pan of show business, if ever there was one. David Jones, good morning. Welcome. Are you all right?
Oh, I'm all right, yeah.
Is that a problem that you usually have with girls? You know, I mean, is that something that happens to you all the time?
Well, yeah, I have 3 daughters, and yeah, I'm surrounded by females, but it's good.
It's good.
We like it, don't we?
Yeah, oh, yes, it's
Hey,
very
this
nice.
is a nice place you got here.
Thank you very much. Yes.
Very nice.
Yes, that's when it's finished. No.
Very clean. Yes, you'd make a good flatmate. Really.
Now, you were born in Manchester.
That's correct.
Your accent's sort of...
Transatlantic. I was just on the QE2, and my speech during one of the songs said that, you know, people think that I'm sort of American or English. I guess I'm transatlantic, but no, wait a minute. Right now I'm mid-Atlantic. Right.
As you start to talk to me, your accent will suddenly slip.
Yes, I'll be starting talking.
You'll be starting to talk like that.
We're going down cropped and kicking the ball around in a bit, won't we, mate?
You can still do it, you can still do it.
Yeah.
Now, what about your family? Because your family worked in show business, were they?
Well, we all sort of dabbled amateur dramatics at Sunday school at Lee Street Church and at Varner Street Secondary Modern, where I was a pupil. And yeah, we all sort of dabbled in those kind of things, in the Christmas nativity and the pantomime. But mine was through my auntie, who was Auntie Jessie. Hello, Auntie Jessie.
Auntie Jessie.
And she wrote up to the local paper, to the Manchester Evening News, and said, you know, Dave's good. And so through that, I got an audition with the BBC, and I did some radio plays and some morning stories, and then finally I went into television.
When Auntie Jessie said, Dave's good, what did she mean? You were good at what?
Well, just good at anything. You know what aunties are like, you know, they sort of like, you know, the sun, you know, shone all, everywhere I walked, you see. So,
Davey's sure about to get his butt kicked here on this 1960 British TV show, June Evening.
Come on, then, you love, eat your strawberries. I don't like them, Mum. Of course you like them. Come here, just sample this one. I don't want, Mum. I'd like to ram it down your throat.
I don't like
Shut up, will you? I'm sure I'll have that table.
It's kind of like Leave It to Beaver meets Grapes of Wrath. And after that squabble, Davey needed to blow off a little steam in the rec room. Davey's sure giving it all he's got here. Who says the Monkees couldn't play their own instruments?
David Jones!
£23.17 for 2 bowls of soup. Nah. The soup's only 17p. It's 23 pounds for the service.
That's daylight robbery.
Look, we can't afford to pay this. We could only just afford to come on holiday.
You know, we're going to Scully Island and we've only got £10 and that's got to cover everything.
£10? That'll only just cover the cost of the ferry. What a racket. Who runs this ferry anyway? I do.
Oh, say no more.
Oh, I'll tell you what, all right. You can forget the bill and the cost of the ferry. You can pay me as soon as you find the treasure. All right, yeah.
What treasure?
Oh, intriguing. Really subtle acting there, David Jones.
Oh, not there. That's equal.
With the Monkees. What's happened to them now?
Well, Monkees is now on reruns, the television show, and it's doing quite well. It's #1 rated show on Saturday morning television. It's picked up quite a new audience, and
But the group itself, it's no longer the original four, is it?
We're not working together as a group, no. We just, as I said, just the reruns, and we don't go out and do personal appearances. Mickey Dolenz and I record for the Saturday morning TV show, and we put new songs into the show, but goodness gracious me, we're losing the cameraman in the rose bushes. We just record on Saturday. Go ahead. We record on for the Saturday morning TV show, and that's the extent of my commitment to the Monkees.
So what else are you doing? What are you doing to...
Well, I'm putting together a personal appearance act that I hope to take on the road. I hope to come to Australia, actually, in the early part of '71, which would be about March or so.
Is this what you always wanted to do, though? You started off on stage in musicals. You were in Oliver before you started with the Monkees, but now you seem to be staying with music rather than stage work.
Well, it's just that it's easier for me to get something together musically than it is for me to get like a part in a Broadway play together, which I would very much like to do. As you say, my background is from the stage. I really enjoy being on the stage more than anything.
Do you ever resent the fact that you fitted into a slot rather than creating a group which proved popular then?
Well, if it would have been our own creation, it wouldn't have never taken place. We would have never done it. It was a project that was put together by a motion picture company with thought in mind of recording, personal appearances, movies, and it was
It was an idea that went a lot farther than just plain recording. If I was to get a group together like I have now, 4 musicians myself, one of them being Doug Trevor, who is an Australian fellow, who I met over there when we were doing the Monkees tour, it would be a different thing. I've put that together and I've learned from the Monkees about recording and about recording with a group. And
of course, the other thing, now, Mike Nesmith has set up the First National Band and it's got Joanne the hit song. Do you wish you'd gone into that with Mike, or are you happy?
No, that was his own thing. You see, he took his own direction and he produced and wrote. He's been writing songs for a long time, and he wanted to do that, and he did that. He got that's his hit. I was never offered part of, to be part of his group or anything. The same as I've not offered Mike to be part of my group. When I go to Australia, I'll probably do some concerts at the same time. I'll probably go into some of the league clubs and things like that, and to entertain adults. I'm able to, when I was on 6-7 years ago, when I was on Broadway, I was entertaining Wednesday afternoons to the Ushamamas of 85 years old and thought I was charming, you see. I'm able to entertain to any kind of an audience, not necessarily to a rock and roll audience, a Grand Funk Railroad audience, or a Steppenwolf, or I have an audience that I cater to, and I'm aware of what the audience is. I don't try to reach out further than I'm able to. I've got it pretty much together. I have certain ideas of what my direction's going to be, and it's basically entertaining, and as I say, in all those areas where I'm able to do. I don't believe that there are many members of any successful rock and roll groups, including the Beatles, for instance. Best example I can give, Ringo's not an actor, I'm an actor. Ringo is acting, and therefore he's going to become an actor. Before I was a musician, I was an actor. I'm a good actor. I'm a very good actor. And I'll make my life entertaining, and I'll make a lot of money doing it.
How far are we going, Sandy? I want to listen to whatever you say. Yeah, let me try that. Now lots of other penguins seem to do fine. Okay. I like you a lot. You're funny and kind. So let me explain what I have in mind. I want to be your personal penguin. I want to walk right by your side. I want to be your personal penguin. I want to travel with you far and wide. Wherever you go, I'll go there too. Here and there and everywhere and always with you. I want to be your personal penguin from now on. Now lots of other penguins seem to do fine in the universe of nothing but ice. But if I could be yours and you could be mine, a cozy little world would be twice as nice. I want to be your personal penguin. I want to talk with you night and day. I want to be your personal penguin. I want to listen to whatever you say. Look at these wings, so perfect to hold you. I'd like to say again what I have already told you. Let me be your personal penguin from now on. Now lots of other penguins seem to do fine in the universe of nothing but ice. But if I could be yours and you could be mine, a cozy little world would be twice as nice. I wanna be your personal penguin. I want to walk right by your side. I want to be your personal penguin.
I want to travel with you far and wide. Wherever you go, I'll go there too. Here and there and everywhere and always with you. Please may I be your personal penguin. Imagine me, your personal penguin. I wanna be your personal penguin from now on. Please? You're funny. Kind.
I think this is a great key.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I like it too. Well, just keep going so that it's proper. You know, because otherwise, you know, so... Okay. Because you Americans do tend to abbreviate a lot.
Round of applause for Davy Jones. Davy Jones! We love you, man. Hands up who had the privilege of, who's ever had the privilege of urinating next to Davy Jones? Anyone? Yeah, me and Fred. Me and Fred. One of the highlights of my life. Listen, that was Davy Jones. I've got some other bits and pieces. I've got about 15 minutes, so I can show you some more bits and pieces. By the way, if you see me running around with a video camera, I'm making a documentary about Monkees fans, who, as we all know, are completely grounded, rational, normal people. Yeah. So if you want to be in it, if you've got a Monkees story, then just you see me with a video camera, come and grab me, and I would love to talk to you. Right. The next thing is I can't remember quite exactly what it is. Oh. It's some really obscure solo stuff, including the weirdest Mickey Dolenz directed video for a song he had out called Love Light. It's brilliant. Let's have track number 2, please, Mike. Thank you.
Tyler, More Than a Lover. It's a great pleasure to welcome to Britain Mike Nesmith, formerly one of the Monkees, now with a great record out called Rio. And Mike, tell me what gave you the inspiration to write a song about Rio?
Old Hollywood movies.
Yeah?
Yeah, I got into old Hollywood movies and bananas.
Have you ever been there?
To bananas or Hollywood movies?
Have you ever been to Rio?
Oh, yeah, no, I never have, except in Hollywood movies.
Well, it's got to be better than Shepherd's Bush, that's all I can say. Mike, good luck with the record. Thank you very much. You have a nice stay in Britain. And we're going to play you, in fact, now the #1 sound across the nation at the moment. Do you know what it is?
Yes.
What is it?
It's a song by ABBA.
What's it called?
I haven't a clue.
Well, I'll tell you, it's called Knowing Me.
Yeah, I got nothing to do.
and we spent that winter listening to the rain, listening to the rain, listening to the rain. Summer's here and our sails went down. The easy days was over. They took my house and my big black car away. Back on the road, we took the van, we got to go move the whole thing over. And my God, look at the other way. Look at the other way. Look at the other now she's gone, and I wrote this song, and I took it to the radio station. And it looks like it's in every way. Yeah. Down to town and coast to coast, one more time, here's the nation sensation. And no good, you're gonna steal my heart away. Steal my heart away. Steal my heart
Right, we've got one more little thing to show, and I think we've got time to show it. Very quickly, listen, if you're filming this stuff, I don't care less, but do whatever you want with it, put it on YouTube. Except the Uncle Floyd stuff. Please don't put the Uncle Floyd stuff on YouTube. I can't have his legal team on my ass again, please. He owns the copyright, he wants to protect the copyright, good luck to him, well done. But hang on a second. Oh, shut up, we're on, let's have number 3. Mike, do you want to play number 3? We might as well squeeze it in.
And fans of the band popular in the mid-60s, we lived the good old days. Tony Winfield was there.
The Monkees are quite popular in the late 60s. Were never praised as an extremely talented group of musicians. The group is better known as 4 wacky guys brought together for a TV comedy series. At first, they didn't even play or write their own songs. But that doesn't seem to make one bit of difference to the 400 or so people expected to pass the Bridgeport this weekend for the 4th annual Monkees convention. Even if they're no longer a group to everyone here, the Monkees are still the top banana. It's really a lot of fun. I like the show, and they did a lot of good music. I've been a fan of the Super Stud and Super Why? Right? This was the last time I did.
They were a great influence on the 60s, along with the Beatles and other fine groups. And I used to watch their TV programs, and I was influenced by all their songs. Grasping the Park, I'm a Believer, etc.
You're here because you look like one of the Monkees. Which one of them?
Mickey Dolenz. And I think Mickey Dolenz has influenced me. I'm also a drummer.
Later on in their careers, the Monkees did their own playing. They had several hits, including Daydream, Believer, and Last Train to Clarksville. Those records could easily be found here, along with lots of other Monkees memorabilia. Monkees area began to dwindle in 1969 and was virtually non-existent throughout the 70s. Thus, the group's popularity seems to be swinging once again in a positive direction. In Japan, in fact, the Monkees are somewhat of a rage. No doubt this entire room will be filled with Monkee lovers tomorrow when Peter Till plays the first. And has made a special appearance before some very loyal fans. Tony Winfield, after he rates Bridgeport.
If you take the last train across Fort Peter and mix with the stage.
You're very much into it today, and you're working today, and you're not just retired and listening to your old record.
Yeah, I went to a clinic and lost a few years so that I could show up and, in order to be able to come on,
I want to be a kid again, you know?
Good. You're great. And what was this material we just heard now? We got a new album, or we have a record coming out?
We don't have a new album, and we will have a record coming out in due course. Anybody want to put out a record? The song is a song that a friend of mine wrote for me. It's one that we just recently produced, a band that I was working with for a while. I'm going to be touring the tri-state area, and Monkee fans and nostalgia fans and other people like that. This coming September the 7th, on the Emmy Awards show, there will be a reunion of the original group. We will, I can just see what it's going to be, you know. Hi, Mike. Hi, Davey. Hi, Mickey. Hi, Peter. Hey, I have an idea. Let's present the award for the best new comedy of the year. What a tremendous idea. God, I'm so glad I came 3,000 miles for this.
No, it'll be don't you owe it to your fans just to get together like that and do that kind of thing?
That's a good question. The real trouble is that we can't stand each other, so that no, it's a matter of logistics. You know, getting everybody's decks cleared in time to make it happen. It could still happen sometime. When does Hell Freeze open?
I don't know. And look, the important.
It's the circles go. Basically, right, you're singing. Yeah, so. No. What's the last note I end up on? Yeah, that's it. Because the ninth was due. I get it inside this song. It must be Vegas or something. No. I would drop to the 7th, Patrick. If you want to go.
Oh, maybe that's what I'll do. I'll try that. Good. Go ahead.
Tell me mine.
No, this one's whatever. Yeah. That's not minutes, okay?
No, it's a 7. That's perfect.
That's it. Exactly what you're saying is what you do. Twice.
Okay. It's a very...
I think that's it. Do you know what? It's finished just on time anyway. Listen, thank you very much indeed. That's kind of my little collection. The quality wasn't great on some of it. The bit you couldn't hear was the 1982 convention. Most of that stuff's on YouTube. If you filmed it, that's great. Please don't put the Floyd stuff up. I've got cards if you want to find out about the Monkee Bootleg page and the YouTube channel. And again, if you see me wandering around with a camera, and you want to be in a documentary about Monkees fans, then come and grab me and say hello. Thank you very much, everybody. Round of applause for the Monkees, goddammit. Thank you very much. See you later. Ta-ta.
Thank you, Sarah. That was very nice.
Thank you very much.
I love the way you talk. Ta-ta.
Hey, check. Check. Hey. Hey. Check. Right here. Check. Hey. Check. Hey. This is the two. So make the time longer. Keep going. Two. How's that? Two. Yeah. Two. Get there. Two, up. Yeah. All right, we're going to start the Q&A with the Dolan's girls in just a minute. Stay tuned.
I'll figure it out. Yeah, tomorrow.
All right. You can control that computer from back there? Oh, no. Okay. He knows, yeah. I'll tell him when to throw it up there. Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back in the mid-Saturday afternoon. I forgot what day it is already. So we hope you're enjoying yourselves so far. There's another raffle going on today at some point where they're auctioning 2 guitars signed by the Nesmith family. So look out for that later. But right now, I'd like to introduce some very special people to me in my heart. And I gotta tell you, being in part of the Monkees for the past 18, 20 years, it's more than just a job, an experience, it's a family affair. And I've grown up with these beautiful ladies for the past 20 years. And if you can see, look at the screen, you'll see me with the beautiful ladies, Georgia, Emily, and Dolans, and Georgia, Emily, and Charlotte. I think that was right around about 97 or so. And also another woman who's near and dear to my heart. You can hit the next picture. There's us. And then the next picture, this is Amy and my wife. Now, I put this picture up because Jerry, Amy's husband, I'm sure, calls her the most beautiful woman in the world. And who wouldn't? I call my wife the most beautiful woman in the world. So I, like Jerry, probably, well, I'd like to call Amy the second most beautiful girl in the world. So please welcome to the stage the Dolan's girls. Here we are. We have Georgia, Charlotte, Amy, and Emily. Have a seat. Yeah, have a seat. Is all right? Oops. We've come undone. So, why don't you go down the line and... Hey. Why don't you go down the line and tell us a little bit about yourself?
Hello. I'm Georgia. I'm the youngest. And I live in LA now. I'm an actress, followed in Amy's footsteps and Dad's. And I do voiceover work. And Dad and I have started a furniture company, which I'm sure some of you already know, but we spend most of our days covered in sawdust, making sawdust and furniture, which we love. So that's pretty much all I do.
Hi everyone, I'm Charlotte. I'm the second oldest. And yeah, I didn't get any of the entertainment business genes. So I work in public health, specifically malaria control, mostly in sub-Saharan Africa. So I actually flew in here from Zimbabwe. Spent a lot of my time traveling for work. I call DC home, so when I'm not traveling, I live in Washington, DC. I'm very happy to be here. Thanks.
This one. Yeah. I don't think this one's working. Oh, is this one working? Can you hear me? Yes. Can you hear me yet? Can you hear me? My name's Amy Dolans, and I'm the oldest. Thanks for starting with the thing. Yeah. Just so everybody's clear. I was not going to say anything, but never mind. I'm the oldest monkey daughter. And I am an actress for a long time. I'm sure a lot of you know, probably. And right now I'm going to school in Vancouver. I'm a landed immigrant in Canada. And I'm going to school at Emily Carr in Vancouver to get my illustration certificate. And I wrote a children's book that some of you probably know already that I'm selling here. So my first book. And I'm working on a couple of other ones, one with Dad, picture books. And I do travel back and forth quite often. I don't go to Zimbabwe though. It's a lot closer. And that's it.
I'm the middle daughter. My name's Emily. And I am a preschool teacher by day. So I have 10 3-year-olds in my classroom every day for 8 hours straight. Every day. It's a lot of fun, very cute things they say, and yeah, it's a lot of energy, and I love using my creativity in the classroom to teach them subjects about the world. Last week we did a yellow submarine, and I covered the table with paper, yellow paper, and we all crawled underneath it and looked at the whales and the sharks underneath the sea. I did have to remind them that there won't be actual whales in the classroom. We're not filling the classroom up with water, don't worry. And then my creative part is my photography and my art, my college art, and my poetry, I guess, which is what I'm selling in the vendor room. But so I do a lot of creativity in my day job and by night. Okay.
Now, I know everything about you girls, pretty much, pretty close. But if anybody would like to ask the girls a question, I'm here with the microphone. I'd love to come to you. Have you any questions for the lovely ladies? All right. Right here.
Hi, thanks for coming.
in the mid-1980s, there was the revival of Monkey Mania, and you were all suddenly in teen magazines with pictures of your father. And I was just wondering, how did that feel? Was it overwhelming? Was it strange?
Well, these girls were quite young then. I don't know.
I was in a diaper, I think.
Yeah, you were in a diaper. It was fun for me. I was a teenager at that time, of course. So I just had a blast touring with them. That first tour, that I can't remember. I think it was just the States. I don't know. I didn't go to England, but it was just a lot of fun. It was weird to see my dad at my age. And the Monkees, and because MTV brought the Monkees back and everything, that was the kind of like that whole time. So it was just a lot of fun. I just remember all the craziness and just having a lot of fun and watching my little sisters be born.
Yeah, I don't remember a lot of Dad in 17 magazines. We avoided that. But it is weird. We were just saying how walking around here and seeing all the memorabilia. It's such a lucky position to be able to see Dad and see your family at an age that other people don't get to see their parents at that age. We have footage, we have pictures, we have magazines and stuff. So it's great for us. We love it. We think it's a real novelty. It's great to be able to make fun of their 80s outfits as well.
I think the 60s outfits are.
True. I don't know. Dad's hair in the 80s was interesting. But yeah, I mean, I think it was just it was super fun. It's sort of like being on summer camp for the summer. So it was really fun to explore new places in the US as well.
I think on that point about the 80s outfits, we often look at photographs of us in the 80s and we're like, why would you dress me in that? And then you look at them and you go, oh, okay, so you're wearing that, so okay. It was a lot of fun. It's a very different lifestyle to what your friends grow up doing, but it's also very normal for us because we don't know any different, so it was sort of...
Very good, here we go.
With your father and your Aunt Coco being awesome, were you guys blessed with beautiful singing voices?
Wow, that's a question. Okay, so Amy can sing. She does well. She has a good voice.
Oh, she can't. All right, Coco.
Amy can sing. The rest of us, I speak for all three of us, the English contingency, cannot carry a tune at all. No, it's pretty bad. No,
I would say holding note when you sing along to radio, maybe one note in about 1500.
When you're alone in the car.
Alone in the car, yes, or in the shower. But no, not really. You don't want us up here singing.
I think Dad once tried to, we were all in the car together and Dad was trying to teach us a song, I don't know what it was, some song. And I think it was something like Mary Had a Little Lamb. He was trying to start very basic. Amy's obviously fine, she's hitting, and it gets to the point where he just hit the steering wheel, he's like, okay, done. Like, I can't, nope, I won't, you can't sing. Like, it's not working. We're like, come on. Yeah, so it's sad, but that's true.
All right, right here.
Dating, when you had to bring the guy home, whoever you were dating home to Dad, or to meet him. How was that? What kind of experience did those guys go through, or did they even know who your dad was?
Well, for us English girls, Dad lived 15-hour plane flight away, so we were like, hey Dad, we're going on a date. And he was like, okay, don't go, I'll be there in 24 hours. As English people, we didn't really grow up, but Dad, and he said this on stage, I mean, he knows that he trusts that we know what we're doing.
Yeah.
And then he's just like a regular father. He wants us to be happy and taken care of, and
I think he likes to play the dad that's
but he's not
gonna
like
ask
that.
those questions, but I think in his head he's like, ooh, a new buddy, great.
Yeah. It was easy going.
Yeah, and I think, Dad's always been sort of like any dad, protective, but also encouraging and everything. And I think one of his sort of dad joke lines or whatever, and people are like, oh, 4 daughters, Mickey, how are you going to handle that? 4 daughters, aren't you worried about them? And he's like, no, I'm not worried about the girls, I'm worried about the guys. So I think he feels sorry for the ones that have gone.
my boyfriend's here today, so I'll ask him that question. What's my dad like? I don't know.
And I think if you break one of our hearts, he refuses to say their name anymore. I don't think he says an ex-boyfriend's name. He refuses.
I think you're right, actually.
Yeah, he refuses to say their name.
That's funny.
Typical father. Yeah.
And he owns guns.
Exactly.
All right, we have a question here.
Hi, this question is more for Amy. Can't Buy Me Love is one of my favorite movies of all time to this day. And I was just wondering, what was it like to work with Patrick Dempsey back then? Because he's come a long way.
Who? What?
Patrick Dempsey.
Oh, Patrick Dempsey.
Yeah.
No, he was a wonderful to work with. I did a couple scenes with him. I remember one time he almost, my hand was on the table and he threw down one of those trays, food trays, and he like missed my hand like that much. And so I just really remember just kind of scooting a little bit more this way because he had to do it over and over again. And I just, sweating bullets there a little bit. Don't put it on my hand. But other than that, he was just really, really nice. If I run into him, he always says hi and, asks how I'm doing and stuff. But really, really, really sweet guy. Very professional, very dedicated actor. Yeah.
Great.
Hi, nice to meet you all or see you. I was just wondering, your father is so comical. I have a two-part question actually. He's so comical. I was wondering if he's like really silly like that as a dad.
Yes.
Yes. That is not an act.
You'd think, but no.
Even 7 a.m. in the morning, it doesn't matter. He is just the life and soul, cracking jokes.
We've also heard all of his jokes. Like any other father person, it's just, oh, Dad, that one again. Okay, good. Yep. He's very funny, Dad. Yes.
Oh, and my other question was, yeah, you kind of grew up with the Jones girls, so I was wondering, you're still really close with them all the time? Because you're around the same age.
I didn't tell you this, I just had lunch with Sarah and Talia. Yeah, so I just had lunch with them, like 5 days ago in LA? Yeah. So, I talk to them and stuff, and they're doing great. I know Talia and Sarah a little bit more because we're the same age range, but you guys know the younger daughters
Jess and Annabelle.
a little bit more.
I lived in London for the longest after these guys all went off to America, but Annabelle lived in London for years, so I'd see her and stuff, but yeah, very close.
Hi, it's great to see you all. Thank you for coming to joining us at this convention. It wouldn't be as wonderful without you guys. We adore you all.
Thank you.
And I wanted to ask, I believe for Georgia, I was watching Criminal Minds a while back. It's one of my favorite shows, and I was watching and I looked at the credits and said, Georgia Dolan. That's Mickey's daughter. She was on Criminal Minds, and I'm like, oh, please don't make her the unsub. Oh, please don't make her the unsub. Please don't make her the unsub.
Sadly, I was, yes.
That's very creepy to watch, by the way.
It really, how was that experience being on Criminal Minds? Because it's like, wow, that was so weird to watch for me. How was it for you being in that?
It was great. I loved it. I do a sort of normal acting. I normally do comedy. I do a lot of groundling stuff, and I'm doing a sketch show next week, and so that was a bit weird because I was like, this is going to be, I'm dying. I'm in a well. It was a little intense. They had me in it started out as a hot tub and slowly over 7 hours became a cold splash pool. But yeah, it was great. They had the whole safety team with me because they had a whole heavy grate over my head. So everyone was really concerned that I would drown, which I was a bit scared about. I thought, isn't this under control? Is this what you do professionally? But yeah, everyone was great. It was a really good shoot, really lovely people, great cast. I mean, they've been doing it for, 7 years or something ridiculous, yeah. It was lovely, I loved it. Good fun.
So, anybody who doesn't know what the Groundlings are, it's a comedy troupe based in California.
In Los Angeles, yeah.
Yeah, and some of the alumni include Phil Hartman, yeah?
Yeah, Will Ferrell,
Pee Wee Herman,
yeah.
Dick
Oh
Groundling.
yeah, we did, yeah.
Yeah, so, and George, I mean, it's a tough it's a tough company to get into.
I'm at the last stage, I'm like, just before the Sunday.
And she made it, she's gonna make it. So you might see her on SNL someday. You never know.
You never know.
would love to see like the first English, actor.
I know. Well, that's the thing. I don't think they've had an English one, so I might have to yank it up a bit.
See that? I believe it's.
Hi guys.
I believe it's gonna. So keep your eye out. All right, we have a question here.
Hello again, guys.
Hello.
All right. We love the Monkees. We listen to the Monkees. What I want to know is, do you listen to the Monkees? How often? And aside from the Monkees, what kind of music do each one of you listen to? Like, who's your favorite band or group or singer?
Good question. No, I love listening to Monkees tunes as well. I think it's quite nostalgic. It's sort of when we, especially talking about the 80s tour, when we were very small, we had to go to bed before the end of the show. So you sort of always hear the last sort of 3 or 4 songs kind of in the distance, and it sort of makes me feel quite nostalgic to hear the sort of closing songs. But other stuff I listen to, I have quite a broad musical tastes, I guess. I love Pandora because it allows you to kind of have different shows and learn different music. I went and saw Salt and Pepper live the other day, which was amazing. That was fantastic. But yeah, everything from Billie Holiday to Salt and Pepper. Everything in between. Yeah, same with the Monkees. I listened to 60s music from most when I was a kid. I loved it. And then now, I went through a big country stage. Like, I love country music. Yeah, I was obsessed with it. I got like the 4 CD track best country driving tunes or something. And I just saw Inside Llewyn Davies, which is a great film, and I just bought that album. That kind of music I love. Country rock, kind of folk music. I love it.
I also listen to the Monkees sometimes. It's weird. Usually when Dad wasn't in town, I couldn't listen to it or watch the show because I'd miss him so much. But I do listen to a lot of 60s anyway, 60s radio station, and not really one in particular band I listen to. I just kind of have a big array of, groups and music too. I can, listen to anything to like country music sometimes, or disco, because I kind of grew up in that kind of era when I was little. So way back when, heavy metal, my friend Chanel got me into that though. Headbanging stuff in the 80s.
Chanel is
way
the
too much hairspray.
Chanel is the 5th Donan's daughter.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, so all kinds of music. And of course the Monkees.
Well, yeah, again, same thing there. And yeah, it's definitely a different tone listening to the Monkees because it's your dad singing, so it definitely brings up childhood memories. And it's very hard to get away from it because, you're dancing in a club in university, you're out drinking, and then there's Dad's voice watching over you while you sing. I can't make out with you right now because Dad's singing. And just little things like that, just going around having a coffee, and then you're like, oh, yeah, Dad, okay. I tend to listen to like Norah Jones, Jack Johnson, more acoustic, just guitar kind of quieter music. I really like that things. And then just different a bit of country here, a bit of rock, something like that. So all around stuff.
Okay, we have a question from Brazil.
Hi girls. So you're looking from Brazil. And I kind of have a different question related to the fans. I have been coming to the US to see the Monkees for the past 21 years. And I've seen you when you were kids. I know every story and everything. How your relation to the fans? Because I kind of felt like guilty because we steal your daddy from you. They spend more time with the fans than with you all. So what is your relation to the fans?
I have a wonderful relationship and I've had one for such a long time. The Monkee fans have always been so sweet and wonderful to me, so I have a wonderful relationship with, everybody I meet. Huh?
You don't hate us.
Oh no, definitely not.
No, I think we all feel very privileged and incredibly sort of honoured that people want to be here and talk to us. And it's lovely. We get an opportunity to meet so many interesting people and hear so many fascinating stories. And it's really sweet when people say, "Oh, I remember you when you were little," and it sort of brings back memories as well. And I think it's sort of it's like the extended family, especially people that we've met several times over the years. It's really lovely. It's lovely to be part of that.
We were also taught from a very young age that the fans, kept Dad's job going, and I meant in a way that you would say any person's mum and dad, you'd be, oh, the boss is coming for dinner, you need to be okay. So we were, but we appreciate that you are all here supporting our dad, and he has such love for you guys as well that we were taught that from him. And
it's any I think appreciation. If Dad was an architect, which was I think his first line, and someone was admiring a building, it's always touching. It's always lovely. You don't take his time. It's like a validation that he's doing all this work and people appreciate it. So it's a lovely thing. And we remember you. You're from our childhood. You used to stand with your banner, your Brazil banner. We were like, yeah, I know. We're your fan. It's the other way around.
Okay, right here.
What's it like when you see Monkees episodes when your dad was so young, and seeing the other Monkees when they were so young?
I see Emily on screen.
Yes. I was just thinking, it's like, oh, I didn't know I had a TV show.
She had a whole TV show. Yeah, I think a little bit what Georgia said earlier. I think it's fantastic that we have our dad on film so young. I'm sure people weren't really making home movies and stuff back then. So it's kind of an insight into his youth that I think is quite fun to see. It's like watching kind of public home movies, I guess. So yeah, it's really funny. It's funny to see him be so sort of wacky and goofy and yeah, and I think when we were too small to really understand what it was, I think we just kind of thought that he'd just made these for us to sort of watch because, when you're really young, I don't understand why Dad's on the television, but,
I think it's also, looking back on some of the interviews with Dad, not maybe just the acting, but when he interviews him and we see that, for me it also it gives me insight to how he grew up, and you think of what you were doing when you were 20 in just normal life. It explains who he is and how he reacts to all of you lovely fans, and it's a great way of knowing who he was before we existed and how he became who he is. Yeah, crazy, yeah.
I think you guys just covered it. Yeah, that's how I feel too.
Ditto.
I'm not gonna repeat it. Ditto.
So, oh, that's loud. What's the guy got to do to get a date?
What's the guy gonna do?
I think we're all taken right now.
Well, I'm married too, but I was actually going to ask if there was any opportunity or time or anything for the fans to get pictures with all four of you.
No, I don't know what the schedule is.
There is.
Oh, there is a time. There is a time.
Oh, there is one set?
I have no idea what that time is.
I think at 4 o'clock today, I think, if the professional photographer will be taking pictures between 4 and 4:30.
Well, informational. Thank you.
Or come see us in the vendor room and
Or
I'll make it
something
happen.
like that. But don't forget, Coco's here at 4 too, so choose your times wisely.
Hi there. My question is for Amy. You and I are the same age. We grew up together, and I remember watching you on Starman. And
Oh my God, a long time ago.
Yeah, and I just remember wow, that's Mickey Dolenz daughter. Was it hard for you breaking into show business, separating yourself from him and creating your own identity?
Not really. I never really wanted to separate myself from him because we get along so well. I think it got my foot in the door in some cases, and agents, wanting to meet me and stuff. So I think it definitely got my foot in the door. And I love my dad so much, and we get along so much. I guess if I didn't, then it would have been like, oh God, no, not again. But I really don't, I don't mind people asking me questions about my dad. I don't mind, you know, that part at all. It was just, you know, I think it's hard for anybody, either way, to get into this business, as you know, Jordan. It's just a tough business. It's just a really tough business. But it was nice to have that background, and also, you know, having Dad to talk to about, you know, about it, which was really good because he has such a great insight on it.
Hi, it's a pleasure to see all of you, and I thank you for coming. I don't want to overdo the point again about seeing your father during the Monkees and all that, but let's take it a little further back, where you can tease him recently nationally. His first television series, Circus Boy, has started running nationally on a network called Antenna TV. And I'm 51 and I had never seen an episode of that show. So just briefly, how did it feel, or, because I don't know if Mickey had stuff maybe perhaps in his archives or whatever, but to see your father at like little Beaver Cleaver's age doing acting.
Yeah, I mean, it is weird because it's, you know, our cousin, Coco's son, I mean, Tavis is just a little version of Dad. You see the pictures of Dad and Circus Boy, and it's, you know, Tavis is very weird. Yeah, no, yeah, exactly. But I remember, actually, I was talking to Dad recently about Circus Boy, and I was asking him, like, kind of, do you remember the scenes and what you were doing, other than being on an elephant? And we were in our workshop, building stuff. It's because he turned around and he said, a place for everything and everything in its place, because I leave the workshop in a mess most of the times. And I said, where did you hear that? And he said, it's on Circus Boy. It was one of the lines that the woman came in and said to him as the character. And as the boy, he walked back to his trailer and thought, that's the best advice I've ever heard. It's just, he's like stored that, locked that little nugget away from Circus Boy. This is one thing he held on to.
Hi, I'm Charlene, and my father was like a professional drum player, and I'm a daddy's girl. Which one, or are you all daddy's girls?
Yeah, we're pretty much all daddy's girls.
Yeah, I think, well, we had an advantage because Amy had already sort of figured it out. So by the time we came along, we're sort of like, we would then borrow from Amy. So, you know, she would say, okay, so this is what you say, Daddy. And they're like, oh, excellent.
We can stay in the store, and I can stay for another few hours trying these two dresses on and deciding. Or you could just buy both of them and then we could leave. Daddy, please. Taught us well.
Yeah.
Amy taught us well.
Daddy's little girls, yeah. I think we probably have given him a lot of grief in his time, but yeah, I think we're all exceptionally close.
I think I might be the son he never had, because I'm in the workshop. Yeah, I do welding, so yeah.
Hi, I'm Michelle. Michelle, what is your favorite? Each of you, I'm sure, has a distinct memory. Each of you has a distinct memory of some childhood moment with your dad. Can you tell us a little bit about a special memory that still is your favorite?
I'll go, yeah. I don't know any memories. For my 16th birthday, Dad sort of, his gift to me was we would climb Mount Whitney together. And so we went on this wonderful trip, 7 days backcountry camping. And reaching the summit of Mount Whitney together was a really quite incredible moment. We were filthy and tired, and, but that was, yeah, it was a spectacular trip and really lovely to spend that time with my dad. Got one?
No, I'll go. So I have, some of you might notice, some of you don't. I have cerebral palsy on my right side.
And I remember we were all together, but my dad, we were water skiing in Tunisia or some sort of place, wherever it was. And my sisters were water skiing on 2 skis, and I tried it, and you know, my legs were both going in opposite directions, and it's much harder than skiing, and it just was a mess. And so my dad brought out a knee board, which is basically a little tiny surfboard, and you get to kneel on it, and so that your center of gravity is lower, and you can. And so I just remember that moment with him really helping me to do that, and it was just a moment for that. And even, you know, just teaching me how to use a camera with one hand, and the moments of him seeing that, I guess, of teaching me how to do things a little differently, maybe. But there are so many little things that he's helped us all with throughout our lives. But okay, next person.
I don't remember. I just remember probably my earliest childhood moments, because he would sing to me before I would go to sleep a lullaby that my grandmother wrote, that Coco knows very well. And I just remember that song. That's probably one of my earliest memories, with Dad singing that song to get me to go to sleep. And I just remember just hearing it a lot. So that was, I remember just being that very special moment in time of, you know, his voice and lulling me to sleep.
I think, oh, yeah, okay, that's one memory. I was in year 4, which in England, that's grade 5 or something? Grade 3. I was in 9, and I was in my classroom, and you know, every year when we were kids, we would come out here for about 2 months in the summer, and then every other Christmas, and Dad would come visit us in England as well. But I was sitting in class, and I had my head down, and all of a sudden all my friends were just like elbowing me, and he'd completely surprised us and me, and he was just standing in the doorway of the school. And I remember, like, at 9, I guess you're trying to be cool, or I was trying to be cool, trying to be like, make a friend. But all that just kind of flew out the window, and I just like shot out over the desk and like flew up and did a huge koala hug on Dad. And like, I think that was like an instinct, and my head instantly was like, oh, you're gonna lose so much street cred for this right now. But I didn't mind. He was like, come on, we're going for lunch. It was great.
Could you give us some memories about your dad's relationship with Davy, or your relationship with Davy?
Well, I think the last time I saw Dave, like actually got to like, you know, take some pictures and saw him was probably at my wedding. I saw him after that, but he was at my wedding, so I got to, you know, hang out with him then. And my dad and Davy, I mean, they were so young when they first met. They kind of grew up together. I just always remember Davy in my life ever since I was born. It's like you guys probably.
I think they were all of them are sort of strange uncles. You know, it's sort of people who have literally strange, very strange. But they, you know, they were always there. We always knew them, and obviously, you know, especially with Davy in particular, because his kids and us were all very similar in age, so we would all have, you know, went through the same thing together. So yeah, it is like just an extended family, especially for Dad. They were like kind of that brother sort of thing.
No, I would just say, yeah, same thing. It was just lovely to have that kind of extended family, especially when you're on the road and you're traveling a lot, but you've kind of got your core group. I do think, I remember one point on the tour bus, I think Davy was the first person to teach us how to play poker. We played it with, I think, literally with peanuts. But yeah, just and yeah, I think Dave also helped us to learn. But yeah, just lots of wonderful memories, as I guess any close family also has. Yeah.
They were like each other's brothers, really. The brothers that they never had. Yeah.
You're an uncle too. You know that.
Hi girls, it's really nice to see all of you here. It's a highlight for me to come to the convention and see all of you. I just wondered, it seems that your dad has kind of influenced each of you in a different way, as in Georgia with the woodworking and Amy, of course, with the acting, and Georgia too. And I just wonder, do you ever see your dad in Zimbabwe with you?
So I used to live in Papua, Indonesia, which I didn't actually know where this place was until I moved there. It's one of the most remote places I've ever been. It takes about 60 hours, 7 flights to get there, and it's truly, remote. And Dad came to visit me. and loved it. And so, yeah, I think obviously everybody sort of sees the entertainment side of Dad, and but you know, we also grew up. I think he was talking to me about quantum physics, you know, when I was like 6. He's a scientist at heart. He's loves learning. I think really encouraged that in all of us to explore, be inquisitive, and has sort of inspired me constantly, even in a non-entertainment industry, to pursue my public health work. But yeah, he also came to Cambodia as well when I worked in Cambodia. And hired a little motor scooter and just sort of went round and round Phnom Penh and loved it. So yeah, he's, I think, quite multi-dimensional.
And I think having 4 daughters, we're very different people. We get along very well, but so Dad's like passion for acting is Amy, the woodworking is Georgia, the photography is me, and then the outdoorsy, scientisty side, which is a lot of who Dad is Charlotte. So like, I think he gets the best of all worlds. Yeah.
Great.
Excuse me, I just got here a few minutes ago. I was wondering, since your dad, of course, is Mickey Dolenz, at what point in your lives did you realize that he was a member of the Monkees?
I remember distinctly remembering. First of all, I asked him, "Were you in the Beatles?" And he went, "No, Monkees." And then him singing lullabies to us and singing Beatles songs, and I'm thinking he wrote those songs. I distinctly remember kind of. I don't remember the exact day, but I do remember a kind of moment where I was like, oh, okay, that's your job. I just kind of clicked for me that it was like, oh, you're in that band and that's your job, and okay, this many people come to see you. Like, it kind of clicked. Otherwise, I was just like, wow, people are coming to sing, Dad's singing, great, yeah, I don't get it, but.
Yeah, I don't think I remember sort of thinking about it, but I don't know if anybody really thinks necessarily about like what their parents do. And they just sort of accept, oh, hi, I'm my parent, you feed me. Yeah, and I think maybe also because we sort of had grown up in England as well, and it's sort of a different, and also a different era, so obviously it was a little bit later on. So people were sort of maybe watching the reruns at that point, but it wasn't obviously in the thick of sort of monkey mania.
Yeah, I don't really remember specifically a time when I went, oh, he's in the Monkees. I do remember when I was really little, though, and it was just kind of affected me a bit when I told somebody I think it was an older student, and I told him, oh yeah, my dad's name's Mickey Dolenz. And she thought I was lying, so she called me a liar, and it really hurt me, because I'm like, I'm not lying, my dad is Mickey Dolenz. And so it was just really weird. He came to school, like, God, weeks later, and I kind of shoved it in her face, and like, see, that's my dad, his name's Mickey Dolenz, I'm not a liar. And then she was like my best friend ever since, she just loved me. I was like, oh my God, so that's funny. No, I wasn't, shut up.
All right, we have time for a few more questions.
I have 4 daughters at home, and the youngest are 13 and 11, and I know what I'm like when they start bringing boys home. My question to you is, what's your father like when you guys started bringing the boys home? I don't know if that was asked before.
Yeah, I mean, he was fine. He was a regular dad.
He's very open about all that stuff.
Yeah, and he was, I think I do remember one time when a boyfriend picked me up on a motorcycle. We were actually at a restaurant, and my dad got very upset because he wasn't wearing a helmet, and the first thing he said was like, well, where is my daughter's helmet, because she's not getting on that bike without one. So, and I think he did have one somewhere like in the glove thing, or like one of the side things or something, but I do remember him being very concerned about me hopping on motorcycles.
Which is weird because Dad used to drive on his motorcycle with
no
flip-flops.
Yeah, flip-flops,
and
no shirt,
and
no helmet.
Yeah, shorts, just board shorts down
yeah.
the 101 in Los
Yeah,
Angeles.
Exactly.
I think now that we're all, I guess, a little older and have permanent.
Well, I'm definite.
You're definitely got permanent one, but I think also it supplies Dad with the other guys, like the sort of the son element. So he certainly latches onto all of them and talks about sort of engineering and, you know, vehicles and stuff like that.
I never saw Shrek, so I wasn't aware of the soundtrack. Your father at the concert last summer said, "Excuse me, you know that I'm a believer." I sang it first. Have any of you with children? I know you're a teacher. Have you said my dad sings that song?
For
me? You mean, yes, well my kids are like 3 or 4, so they really don't even know what Shrek is, which is surprising when I realized, you know, oh, you weren't born like 3 years ago, wow. I don't even I mean, for all of us I think, but I don't talk about my dad in my own day job generally, because it's my job, it's professional. And they really, the 3-year-olds, they don't know that. They're more into like Frozen right now, so I have to sing Let It Go about 4 times a day. And they're, you know, their pirate song from the little cartoon they sing, and I'm like, okay. And I sing ABCs every day. So no, I mean, I don't discuss that. The older children sometimes I do, but my classroom is way too young to even know Shrek, so it doesn't come up.
Hi, my name is Judy, and I noticed that your father plays a lot of instruments, and I would like to know if any of you girls plays any. And another one is, I heard that your father loves flowers and trees and stuff. What is his favorite flower?
Does anybody know Dad's favorite flower?
I don't know what Dad's. I think it's probably a vegetable of some sort. He grows vegetables. He has an entire Whole Foods sort of supply of vegetables in his back garden that he grows. So probably,
I don't play anything. Do you?
No, I've tried the guitar and the clarinet and the piano, and Dad tried to teach me the drums and walked out. But I do, it just never went past like 12 years old, so I don't play anything.
No, I would agree. I think anything sort of flowering that can be eaten, Dad likes. We've got a lot of rosemary actually all around his house. I did the thing probably a lot of kids do. I tried, flute, piano, clarinet, and failed miserably at all of them, I'm afraid. I would have loved, I think, to have tried to pick up something a little bit younger, but I'll leave that up to him.
So I just want to add to that, my sisters tried guitar and piano, and because I'm left-handed and because I don't really use my right hand as much, I got to play the French horn, which is the most awkward and not, cool instrument at 10 years old. So like my sister, guitar, great, then I'd be lugging this huge, massive, round trumpet thing, and just, we all failed that. Again, we don't sing or anything.
Okay, one last question.
Hi, I was just wondering what your favorite Monkee song is?
Favorite Monkee song? I know mine is probably, I'm a believer too, but Stepping Stone. That's one of my favorites, is Stepping Stone, that my dad sings.
I think mine's always been Pleasant Valley Sunday. Stolen. No, I love the lyrics. I think the lyrics are really fantastic, and I don't know, I just always, I just think it's a beautiful song.
Mine is not Pleasant Valley Sunday. I've changed it now. It's the one that's going down. It's called Going Down, and it's the really fast one. Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna sing it. Well, Dad taught us all the words, and we thought this is the coolest song. It's so fast. How do you? And the strobe lighting, and the fact that he's dancing like a crazy chicken. Yeah. That's mine.
I like Pleasant Valley Sunday, but mostly because as kids growing up on tour and going to sleep and also leaving, it's normally the last song they sing or the one before the last one, and we were always rushed off to bed at that point. So it was just a nostalgic thing. It brings back that memories. And Charlotte and I were equating it to, like, if you go home for the holidays and you go to your favorite restaurant and you have that favorite dessert or favorite meal and you really feel like you're 10 again, that song makes me, nearly cry of just memories of my childhood. And everyone looks back on their childhood and, good memories. But that song, every time I hear it, is just, I miss my dad. I want to, I look at all the memories and stuff. So that's why it's a good one.
Great. Well, just wanted to make one addendum to a statement I made earlier, whereas Amy is the second most beautiful girl in America. You three are the most beautiful women I've ever seen from England. But I don't mean that from the outside. Their hearts are so stunning and beautiful that it's so easy to love them, and I appreciate their friendship. And me and my wife have a small token of our love and appreciation for you. There you go.
Presents.
Yeah, presents.
And if any of you have any follow-up questions or anything, we're all in the vendor room anyway, right? And
Yeah.
so you can come ask us questions. We're happy. I can't grab it.
That's nice. Well, let's hear it for the Dolan's daughters, everybody. Thank you so much. Stay tuned for Coco.
There, and it's not about to get any store unless we play a gig.
No, I don't want to buy a princess phone. I'm trying to locate a princess. Latina.
Do you know we haven't worked in a month? Shit, it's more like 4 weeks.
Look, I don't care what colors they come in, and I don't care what they do when you pick the phone up. Will you please look under harmonica? H-A-R-M. Look, it's a country. There is so. Hey, baby, are you talking about a chick named Bettina? She's a princess. That's right. She's here with her uncle, the Archduke. Otto. Yeah, Otto. And a bodyguard. Yeah, Sigmund. No. That one's Igor. Must be a different princess. Excuse me. Hey, fellas, yeah, sir. He says she's staying at the Ritz Swank Hotel. Come on, fellas, you gotta go.
Hey, wait a minute, you can't go there.
Look, they're trying to kill him.
How do you know?
Look, I know. The guy threatened to kill me, too.
What did he say?
They said, Oyanka Kimbo Kuamba Kumasini.
What in the world does that mean?
Well, it doesn't mean live and be well.
David, look, man, you cannot go down to the Ritz Swank Hotel and barge in there on a suspicion.
Look, will you trust me? She's got my jacket.
Oh, well, she's got your jacket.
Yeah.
She's got his jacket.
She's got his jacket.
She's got his jacket.
We used to be to L700. It is now L631. Synchronize the watches, please. We'll infiltrate the compound under cover of daylight. And set an observation post here, in the room next door, which will serve as a jumping off point to our primary objective, the Royal Suite.
Yes, sir. How do we get into the adjoining room?
Very quietly.
Oh, I guess it'll do. Get everything monogrammed. Everything monogrammed. What time does the sun come through that window? What time does the sun come through that window?
About 12 noon, I think.
No good. I want it here by 10:30 in the morning. Right, WH. 10:30 in the morning.
Wait a minute. What is this? That's W.H. Woolhat. The W.H. Woolhat. Who's he? You've heard of wool hats, haven't you? Well, Mr. Woolhat, if you don't mind. mind. I have to get this news.
It's all right, my good woman. I understand, and everything is completely under control.
Oh, good.
Work hard, play hard, get plenty of roughage in your diet. Someday you'll own this hotel.
Thank you.
Miss, I have a tip for you.
Oh, thank you.
My International Steel at 28 and a half. The plan, my dear Sigmund, is to dispose of the princess as soon as the reception is over.
And then it's that time.
Why? Don't you remember anything? I'll write it down. You were working for my enemies, I rule all of yours. Sigmund worked only for Archduke Otto. You make promises to Sigmund. I be free. Yes, but first we must dispose of the princess. Now, here's the device. Tonight after the reception, we'll put 5 drops of this to render her unconscious.
See, I told you she was in trouble. Come on, man, we've got to do something. She's got my jacket. Got it. Royal Suite, please.
Royal Suite? Dugato, how are you, baby? Good to hear from you. Yeah, listen, I heard you're in town. Thought you might like to take a look at our spring line of thrones and royal supplies. Hi, baby. Listen, I know you're a busy man. We've got your shows all over here. Right next door.
I'll be right over.
Don't forget, get plenty of roughage in your diet.
Two. You need some more?
Hey, two, hey.
We won't be too loud.
We're good. Hello, test, 2.